In this video, I'll show you the new login control that Microsoft released for the latest CRM 2013 SDK for the Spring 2014 update. The login control is very similar to the one in the 2011 SDK, but it's been updated with a look and feel of CRM 2013. It's also the same login control that Microsoft uses for their tools such as Unified Service Desk and the new Package Deployer tool. So if you're going to build a custom WPF app, it's highly recommended to use this login control to keep a consistent user experience. So the first thing you need to do is get the latest SDK for CRM 2013, which you can find on the Download Center. And there will be an exe that you can run to extract the contents. And when you browse to the SDK, there will be a templates folder. And here you can run this Visual Studio extension. One thing to note is that you need Visual Studio 2012 or 2013. Now sometimes if you don't have NuGet installed, you might get an error. So what you need to do is look for the NuGet Package Manager for the version of Visual Studio you're using. Download that and run that extension as well. And then you should be able to run the template from the SDK. If that still doesn't work, there's also another workaround where you can just get this template straight from this online gallery. So if you, in Visual Studio, if you go to Tools, Extensions and Updates, come here to Online, there would be this gallery that you can search for, CRM templates. And you'll see this first result here is this SDK templates. You can click install, and that'll install the extension for you. So once you have the extension installed, you can come back to Visual Studio, go to File, New Project, and under C# there'll be CRM SDK templates here. So you can pick the WPF app for CRM, give it a name, click OK. Now this is going to generate a base WPF app with the new login control already provided. Alright. So now in Visual Studio, once the Solution Explorer pops up, we'll be able to navigate to the new login control. So in here within our new project, we have this login window folder. If we open up the XAML here, so one thing you'll notice is once this finally tries to load, you'll be missing this Microsoft XRM Tooling UI resources. So here you can see the squiggly line validation error that this assembly is not referenced by this project. So what we need to do is come to References and add a reference. Go to Browse. And then browse to your SDK folder. In the bin, you should find that DLL, the Tooling UI Resources. Click that, click OK to add it. So then now you should see this resolve and our login shows up on our XAML page now. So now we can run this to test it. And so Microsoft has this base main window here where they just added a button that you click and it'll pop open the login control. So as you can see, the login control is fully functional for every deploy type, on-premise, online, Office 365. So now your users can enter in this information display a list of orgs to connect to and click login, and it should provide you with a connection to CRM 2013. And it'll also detect if they didn't log in correctly, so you can see that bad connection dialog that they throw. So if we come back to the code, and go to the code behind for this main window here. So here you click that login button. It creates an instance of the login page, sets an event for when it's completed, shows the dialog, and then here it handles the return. So you can check to see if this CRM service is ready. If it is, that means they entered the right credentials and they're a user. If not, if it's not ready, then you can display a message about not being able to connect to CRM. And so this new CRM service client, this is new with the latest SDK as well. But the login control will provide you an instance of that service, which then they have some commented out code on how you can use it. So after you check if it's ready, you can, here's an example of writing some fetch and doing a query using this new service client here. And then also example of creating a record as well. So there you have it. This is a brand new login control. It's a quick and easy way to get your custom WPF app to connect to CRM without having to code a login control for every deployment type. So it's highly recommended you use, and it's a nice, consistent UI with the new tools that Microsoft is releasing as well. Thanks.